Anna Polina Luna has some choice words for those standing in the way of UFO disclosure and a lot more. It's time for another UFO News Roundup, so get in here. This is Jack with Cosmic Road. I talk about UFOs and the paranormal. Please hit like and subscribe and let me know what you think in the comments below. Okay, let's just get right into it. This is from Riley Rogerson from the Daily Beast. Congress is taking a huge step toward UFO transparency, and lawmakers pushing for the truth aren't happy. Congress is about to take perhaps its biggest step toward transparency surrounding UFOs, but the lawmakers pushing for change say the disclosure policy doesn't go far enough. But the lawmakers who are most forcefully pushing for new rules on handling UFO documents aren't entirely taken by the final product, talking about the final language of the Schumer-Rounds Amendment. All I want is total disclosure, said conservative Representative Tim Burchett, who has been leading the charge on UAP transparency. I don't trust them to do the right thing anyway, he told the Daily Beast. We can put all the words that we want in there, but until we have people in the White House and Congress that are going to hold the Pentagon accountable, it's not going to happen. Amen. As Burchett continued to review the defense bill later this week, his communications director said the congressman remains very concerned about changes to the NDAA that decrease transparency. Disappointment has made its way to the other end of the Capitol, too. Another leader on the issue, Senator Mike Rounds, told Roll Call Wednesday evening that the UAP language in the NDAA is a step in the right direction, but he was clear it wasn't a complete victory. We didn't get everything that we wanted, Rounds said. The provisions that finally made it into the defense bill came after tensions over UAP rules were at their highest. During a press conference last week, the UAP caucus slammed the intelligence community for stonewalling their disclosure efforts. The reason why I got involved is, as we started asking questions, legitimate questions, the pushback we got is what interests me, said Representative Jared Muskowitz of Florida, the caucus's lone Democrat. Every time we pulled the thread, we stumbled on something. It seemed that we would get stonewalled. Another member of the UAP caucus, Representative Anna Polina Luna, specifically blamed Intelligence Committee Chairman Mike Turner for stifling UAP disclosures. Here's the funny part. Okay, here's Anna Polina Luna. People don't want to own their shit. Excuse my language, but they don't. They don't want to say like, hey, we're going to fight it for this reason, Luna told the Daily Beast. They just kind of won't ever really get back to you, and they just keep either cutting you off or not really answering the question. Now, right? You tell him, Anna Polina Luna. For his part, Mike Turner told News Nation last week that he was not holding up the Senate's UAP disclosure provision at all, and that members pushing for UAP legislation had not even raised it. Schumer also ratcheted up the tensions on UAP policy during a Monday floor speech when he called out House Republicans for attempting to kill another common-sense bipartisan measure passed by the Senate. But finger-pointing on UAP progress has cut both ways. Burchett objected to Schumer's independent commission proposal over concerns that it would overly restrict document access, which he said would further exacerbate the problem. Anyway, the article goes on, and I'll link to it below, but there you go, some great insight into what the congresspeople are saying and thinking about UAP transparency. In other news, here's the turnout for the Mike Turner protest. Not a huge turnout. I mean, there's more than in this photo, but it was a fairly small protest. I would have, obviously liked to have seen a lot bigger turnout, but it is what it is, and I support those guys that showed up to protest the UFO cover-up. In other news, the mysterious Richard Butt is saying Plan B was initiated weeks before the act was FUBAR as a contingency. The best thing we can all do is dust ourselves off, enjoy the holidays with friends and family, and launch the next salvo after the holidays for maximum impact. And that's what I've been hearing, is that Plan B, the time to start wrecking the furniture is going to start happening in January. We'll see. Fingers crossed. Speaking of which, on the Tim Ventura show, Danny Sheehan says catastrophic disclosure is now on the table.
And so that what they're faced with now is the continuing possibility that there would be catastrophic disclosure. That was exactly what they The crafters of this bill from the Senate side were trying to prevent catastrophic disclosure by undertaking a responsible, controlled process of disclosure. Yeah. And now, foolishly, the representatives of the private aerospace industry that are blinded by their short-term drive for personal profits, have stopped that process. And so that the warnings that catastrophic disclosure might well be in the offing here, if they didn't do that, is now on the table.
So on the table, guys, catastrophic disclosure is actually on the table. What does that mean? Maybe we'll find out in the near future. Steve Bassett also has some thoughts on this.
Here's what's going to happen next. This is very important. The gutting of this bill does not in any way impede the Senate Intel Committee, chaired by Marco Rubio and Mark Warner, to call the hearings that there's several dozen witnesses ready to testify. People like Grush, or even better. 10, 15, 20 witnesses are prepared to go in front of the Senate Intel Committee as soon as possible, sit down, take an oath, and over a period of 5 days, maybe morning, afternoon sessions, tell things every bit as powerful as what Grush said and more. And those hearings will blow the truth embargo wide open. That's where this has always been headed. Once those hearings have been held, then the president, in a passive, nonpartisan way, will, after 76 years, be able to step out in the East Room and say to the American people that I've watched these hearings along with you. The testimony is compelling and profound. I've discussed it with my top officials as well as the Department of Defense, and we have come to a consensus that, yes, we are not alone. We have extraterrestrial or non-human engagement. We have extraterrestrial or non-human technology, and I'm sure you want to know all about this, and we will start the process of telling you starting Monday morning, because this will probably happen on a Friday. Now, here's what happens after that. Once the president has confirmed the extraterrestrial presence, then they'll just reintroduce the bill as a standalone. And given the fact the world has just been told by the president and probably most other rest of the world leaders that we're not alone, we have an extraterrestrial presence, that bill will fly through the House and Senate like that, and they'll get all that infrastructure just a little late. Hopefully they won't wait too long, because once the president makes that announcement, I assure you all hell breaks loose. And if they don't have everything in place to properly address the process of disclosure and all of the concerns that the media and the public have, it's going to be chaos, and that would be wrong. And so I'm saying that we're going to get disclosure, hopefully in January.
Okay, there you go. Steve Bassett is saying disclosure in January. That is huge, guys. I mean, who knows if that's actually going to happen, but that is the time frame that I've been hearing about. So at least that's when things are going to get started. Will that happen? Fingers crossed, guys. Fingers crossed. But let me know what you think about all this in the comments below. And if you've enjoyed this video, please give me a big thumbs up. I sure would appreciate it. Smash the subscribe button and the bell to be notified of future videos. You don't want to miss a thing. Join me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Discord links below. Love to see you guys there. If you wanted to support Cosmic Road in an even bigger way, please consider grabbing a t-shirt or a coffee mug. See the merch store below or become a channel member. Channel members are rock stars, and I really appreciate you guys' support. And lately I've been doing this thing where channel members are able to see certain videos hours or even a day ahead of everybody else. So if you want to get the jump on the UFO news, become a channel member today. Okay guys, there's plenty of other videos on the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. This is Jack with Cosmic Road signing out.